final game, and I think that everybody except FratPie has already declared the victor of this tournament. I'm pretty sure everybody's declared Arkham as the winner, but FratPie still has an outside chance. Like I said, Monster, there is a buffer for him above third place, so he could change up his style and do something magical.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any person that could do it, it's him. He's in the key position to do it. Like you said, he's got that small last-second opportunity here to really make something big and possibly go for the throne.
Yeah, and there's a lot of ways to do that. And I'll see if any of these unfold throughout the game, but maybe he's just going to hope and hold on to that second place. Let's take a quick look at the leaderboard before we go into this game as it loads up, because there is still a lot to digest, Monster. There are a lot of other people here fighting for a top spot.
Yeah, just take a look at Taltide, man. He's made a few of these end games. He's been consistent with it. Bumboy, a player that we didn't really talk too much about being in the contention, but hey, he's been making his strides as well. Epic Whale's got a lot of that limelight from us, as has Scented, and they're all battling within their own little world, right? There's like a fight for top 5 or top 10 going on right now, and then there's like FratPie trying to claw at Arkham.
Yeah, and then Reet as well, who's rising up the standings like crazy. A big fight that I want to really look at right now is Epic Whale and Scented are within like 2 points of each other, fighting off spawn at the Authority for 4th place, I believe. So that could be a huge story developing. But this is it, the duel with Arkham and FratPie. We saw their early games before, but who knows? Things can change, Monster, and crazier things have happened.
I would have paid to see FratPie just laying on Arkham. Just do it, right? And see what happens. Oh, man, that would have been crazy. But here it is, FratPie sticking to the game plan. He's figured out how to work this drop spot here for himself. Arkham, just looking at his little mini map there, no one testing him 8 games in a row. No one's contested Arkham. Hence, all the success on top of course, his end game genius and his early game rotates. It's all been just working. He's clearly excelling as a Fortnite player right now.
The fact that nobody has contested him over every 8 games obviously adds a lot to this conversation about what did he just do in this tournament, right? I mean, we already know, the entire community knows that uncontested drop spots in grand finals wins tournaments straight up.
Yep.
But there's a lot of other people who have uncontested spots in this, and they're not doing what Arkham is doing. Krizik's in a fight here against Eero, and this fight has gone on so many times, and Krizik has been the benefactor of 5 points a lot of times in this tournament.
I mean, Ezo was doing pretty good, though, too. Let's not forget that he was shy of 200, so falling now, that's a rough one. I would have hoped for him to be a little more passive, try to break up into that top 20, that top 10, and continue to solidify that, but there it is. He put all his marbles in the basket and he falls. And Krizik is pretty happy about that 5, kicking things off. Wavy Jacob, on the other hand, is still playing his side of the territory here. I don't think he stands a chance against Krizik the way he's playing right now. So Krizik is probably looking to skate on out of here sometime soon and continue to play north.
Krizik, by the way, is in 10th place. The player that we talked to yesterday in grand finals, he has not had a placement this high. So this is a very, very nice performance for him today. I think invitationals he placed like 50th and so on and so forth in pretty much every grand final he's participated in. So the boys from Timber is supporting him, and maybe they've got a new champion alongside to stand alongside Pigot.
That's right. And he did give a shout out to Jelty yesterday, which is pretty awesome. But back with Arkham right now, we get to just touch down with the champ of the hour at the moment. See what he's working with. This time around, he does have that compact. We'll see if he finds the crash pads or some kind of movement to drop it. Nope, he doesn't care. Triple heals. All he needs is the AR. You're seeing his style develop here and play out time and time again.
Definitely want to keep tabs on FratPie and Tautai. And also that fight, Epic Whale versus Scented at the Authority. Potentially, Furious could also enter that fray. Obviously, you saw that fight at the Vault happen twice. It's now 1-1 for those guys. And that could have an impact for Scented, for Bumboy, and everybody else that's near.
That is true. Every time we've tuned into the Authority, we've only seen the POV of Epic. We haven't quite seen that drone shot that would give us that big insight. We'll see if we can pull that one out for us shortly, but hold up. The Battle of Caddy's Corner. Reed's been successful here. I don't know what he changed up, but he's just started claiming and getting the vault and just everything in it over and over and over. And it's been happening for, I'd say, the last 4 or 5 games or so. And this has been where his momentous swing to the top has begun. Unfortunately, last game, he was taken out, though.
There were some weird things happening at Caddy today. I mean, we started off with 2 people, then 3 people came. 40R Storm, for whatever reason, left in the middle of the tournament. Now he's back.
Right.
I think basically what happened was 40R Storm was winning early at Caddy just off drop, and they weren't actually fighting at all. They were just fighting basically in the sky. And what ended up happening was Reed was like, no more, I'm going to have a better drop than you after 40R left. And so now he has that north side. We have an update on Tautai here. He's in a fight with Bread Seasons, and this is big. Tautai in 3rd place.
Definitely rough because he doesn't have any shield, and the player he's fighting, Bread, up top, has essentially a max HP kit right here with a Chug Splash to go for it. Let's see, though. Tautai needs the biggest tactical shots of his life, considering this is a gray, so he's got to hit in full, or it's going to be game over for the kid here. Let's see now. 292 points. Everything on the line. There's no escaping this. 3 builds left now. Clock's ticking. 2 builds now. Will Debo, who's coming in 3rd party, be this answer? No, it's not. He's going to be the problem here, actually. On Forts.
So, okay, this fight continues. SMG. Okay, there you go. It's over.
It's over.
Cool, I can move on. So, basically what I was going to say is that Tautai falling in the feed, if Frappi is paying attention, might be something that triggers that again, because he was the only one who was even close. It was 40-something points, 46 points between him and Frappi. So when Frappi sees that, he says, okay, that's the only threat I had. Bumboy is 60 points behind. So maybe now that's more incentive for Frappi to say, okay, let's turn it on. My 2nd place is not at risk. Let's just go for it. A shot in the dark, a moonshot, if you will. A large project to undertake, but it's all possible.
Lucinio, who's been in the conversation for some time now, too. He's had his fair share of some highlights today. Let's see, though, Bucky, who hasn't. Oh, man, Bucky's had a very, very rough day. Talk about 8 games, mental fortitude.
Yeah.
Right. That's how that all played out. Here's Frappi. What do you think? He's going for it?
He might be. Popped a pepper already. Peter Piper will pick a box of W key. Frappi. Where is it? He's in the middle of 1st zone. He really doesn't have to be moving right now, but he is. So, evidence is pointing in that direction, Monster.
All right. Decisions. Here's that wide shot we wanted to see. Epic Whale and Scented are here parked up. No Furious in sight.
This is like the only view I've seen of the Authority where Epic Whale is not holding the vault. And we saw this one other game, and it was the same story for both Altu and Scented. Altu on the edge, Scented at the top. This time, though, Epic Whale's not at the vault because he didn't get Jules' loot. Not at all. So Scented Scented or the other player Altu might have grabbed that and are hogging it right now. Epic Whale might decide, hey, let's start to move a little bit.
Now on the rotate, you see the benefit of the Pepper plus River combo. It's going to get yourself a lot of distance covered. 40R Storm looking to cut across this landmass here. This is a northern zone right now. And we know the way Arkham likes to play it, he's going to be on the outer edges. Just thinking how it's all kind of unfolded. We've seen it. 8 games is a lot of Fortnite if you really think about it. Gives a lot of context to player style.
Mm-hmm. It really does. And it also solidifies these games, solidifies what Arkham has done, and everybody else too. Right? It's not just a fluke like you might have in some of the older 6-game formats, right? You have to be consistent over so long. And people are doing it right now.
Oh,
Bumboy
no.
falls, and that is exactly that sound right there. 4th place for Bumboy, and he will most likely fall to Epic Whale or Scented or Midi. The list goes on people who are at range to overtake him. He might go from that alone, from 4th all the way down to 10th.
Oh my gosh. I was just gonna say, you look at that as a several hundred, if not $1,000 engagement right there. To fall to someone with 20 points hazard and then have him do the trumpet emo is just rip, man.
Savage,
it's just
bro.
rip. So savage.
That is savage. My heart, Bumboy. Oh my goodness. A player who's had so many funny moments in this game. That right there is savage. Brutal. Wrecked, in fact. Oh my goodness. That hurts me. That hurts me to the very core.
All right, though. 40R's making these peppers go to work, though. He's really pushing for this fight here. And the compact hip fire, oh my gosh, connecting from dumb far here. It doesn't even matter. Tronic thinks he's getting away, but the speed of the peppers when he touches down is just closing the distance every single time. In with the crash pad now, though. Let's see what he can find here. Will he ever reload? I don't think so. He's just going. Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, but that fight was just comical. Crash pad, he's bouncing on the same pads. Compact SMG spraying from range. The guy continues to do the same thing over and over. I mean, at this point, I get it. It's 8 games. It's long. We talked about it just moments ago. They've been playing for 5 hours at this point. Like, it is a long day for everybody playing this grand finals. Another one for 40R, and the compact SMG will follow through on the Frist. And he gets hit and he gets the wall.
God.
How did he grab that? How did he grab that wall? It was so far, and it felt like there was 15 walls in between.
Blame the peppers. The speed at which he can move up, I guess, allowed that entire interaction to happen. That was just nasty. We talk about moments and highlights for the replay. That's going to be one of them. 40R Storm just stomping through those builds and picking up the 2-piece chicken nugget just like that. Here's Arkham doing something a little different. New strategies in play. It's time to hide out in the bush here. Just continue to break the mold for the record that he's setting. That's all there is to it at this point.
Now look at this again. Charge shotgun, the replay in the bottom left. Here's the wall grab. Okay, it was not as crazy as I thought, but still crazy. And you're right, the pepper definitely added something to that. Not recognizing that he was on it. Nice tags from Arkham. Gonna make sure no problems at all with any sort of shenanigans later on. Rehan will not move forward, although could be a position that ends up holding Arkham in the distance, but he's still in the bush anyway, so I highly doubt that.
Let's see what Krizix can make happen here now. A single elimination for him already in the competition. As we saw in Misty Metals. Catching Izzo off the drop spot. Looking back at the zone, though, wait a second. Jacob's trailing along on the same rotate. I'm actually surprised Krizix didn't take advantage of that beam that he could have set up, but he's going to walk right up onto the wall and not hit anything, but he does grab the wall, so this is his. Messes up the first editor, 2, but it's okay. The 3 connect right afterwards, and now regrets to not take out Jacob sooner, as Jacob is right behind him on the wall here, ready to get a piece of the action. A little deeper inside the zone, though. Soft aimer. Andrew here, sitting inside the cone, trying to gather up some information.
This is Arkham's duo partner. I'll repeat that, and he's also in 13th place. So potential for him to rise up, even up to maybe top 5. He's going to edit on this. Oh,
no.
The charge actually from Union. Okay. That was a flick and a half, or at least in the reaction time. He went over that cone knowing that that was a possibility, so. Well done from him. Reet is doing Reet things. Let me predict how this fight goes for you. Eventually, he gets into the box with a charged shotgun and a shockwave. And he hits him with 150 damage plus.
Here it is. He's got the ramp boost. If it ain't the crash pads, it's the boost inside. He's trying to set it up. Peaksey's on the run right now. These big pumps are going to hit, though, and he does have the shockwave using one of those prestigious. There it is, the stinker to close it out. That's all she wrote for that one.
Flying stink bombs. Scariest combination to come back to Fortnite. Paired up with shockwave launchers, too. Oh, boy. Now, that's a challenge I want to see Bizzle do in solo FNCS qualifiers. I want to see him shockwave launcher, stink bombs only qualify for finals.
Possible. Look at Reet. Reet is the only player on the map moving right now. Do you notice that? He's quite literally the only active player here. Few weak walls on both sides here. Reet's trying to decide which is going to be the entrance point here. And there, in he comes, looking for the angle. Except pinch between multiples, though. Smart plays by Reet, though. He's definitely exercising a little bit of caution here for what it's worth. Now backs him.
I can't believe that Clixton pounced on that, except went right into that box of his wall. And he didn't even go for it. That is very surprising. And Except almost had a shot, but he goes down even further. Still no clicks, and the crash pad will send him flying, but he can get right back into it. You know it. And there, finally, we see it's not even clicks, it's Samaritan, the good Samaritan on the side wall. He's gonna unfortunately regret that and go in the box, but never mind. He's happy with that situation. Okay, shockwave launcher for me, not for you.
That's a big win right there for him. You know he's going to be able to work his way up. Falconer on the other side, sightseeing over here. A little shark on land action.
There's Arkram.
He's still in the bush?
No, literally swimming down like a dolphin with no care in the world. He's like, okay, this is a nice spot to base up. Making past it, or he passed Macon, he passed Turtle. Passed Doves, nobody fired upon him a single time.
Arkram thinking it's a good day to make some money here. Z knows that's it. This is his tournament in the bag right now. More credit to Furious though, man. 226 points from East, really representing for the squad invading the West right now. Falconer's gonna find dubs.
I love this from Furious too, by the way. Shutting everybody up after not qualifying for the NA East Grand Finals. Coming in on West. I know he falls here, but qualifying for Grands and then doing well off ping, like where no other NA East player, by the way, is in the top. I'm looking, looking. 15 Skittles. Is the other player close enough? So yeah, I'm very happy for Furious. Basically saying FNCS Invitations was not a fluke.
You're right. I mean, these are back-to-back solos, right? High-tier solos on the new map, the new settings. Furious being flexible, evolving with the times, the different map changes, and honestly, if you think about it, even the entire meta is shifted to crash pads straight up. So I think it plays into his favor. He's been killing it.
He has. Skittle gets in. That's the other, I believe, NA East player. I'm not too sure. I don't have the information on Skittles, though. I know I've seen him place many, many times. I think he's like on the rise. Same with Nico on NA East. So I think this is the other player in the top 15 other than Furious. Meanwhile, we're looking at a bunch of other things. Domo gets sniped, though. What an unfortunate day he's had. 155 points, but for the FNCS, I believe, squads champ. He won't be happy with that. Not at all.
Oh, the grief pads from Skittles here. Just tossed him onto the build because he can, not because he's even looking for the shot. So Domo's thrown all the way out, and now this the server starts focusing on him. If it wasn't enough to be thrown out of his box, now he's forced out because of the stinkers here. And look at this, cutting him off in every direction. Now the lobby's firing in. Oh my!
Oh.
The double dink onto Artemis from Skittles here.
All the stink's gone now, though. Looking to see what else is happening. Arkram. Ooh, Scented is there. Okay, that's a big fight. Don't forget, Scented over Epic Whale. And the job he needed to do was only 2 points. Was only 2 points. I'm not sure where Epic Whale is right now, if he's alive at all, but that is a big fight. Don't forget, Tautai went down too, so both of those guys are trying to overtake. And it's about 19 points for Epic Whale, 21 points for Scented in one game to do it.
And let's not forget, Epic did not have the mythic loot either. Big shot from Skittles here. See, catches the window peak. Actually massive onto 40R Storm. That's a huge setback for 40R Storm and Skittles. Now ruining 40R's end game here. 40R's got to play with his back against the wall. Clix is in this end game right now as well. Let's take a nice little wide pan shot to give you guys an idea of who's still running for it. I see Union. I see Acorn up top. Yes, Epic Whale is alive in a battle with Acorn. And Epic is going to come out on top, and now it's his high ground as well. I think he's dominating the moment.
Can he actually hold that, though? Does he have the materials? Does he have the mobility and pressure to hold that? Big question. Is Samaritan still up with that shockwave launcher, by the way? I don't see him, so it must have traded hands potentially, although he could still be up. Arkram in the bottom, by the way, he hasn't moved since the start of this, and I haven't seen FratPie in the feed, so because that is pretty much all she wrote. Here's FratPie, 0 eliminations. He is not catching. The lead is still 120 points-ish, and Arkram is still alive, so all the factors that needed to happen for FratPie to try to come out on top are failing this. Oh, he's gonna go for it. Oh, no. Not like this, FratPie.
All right, Arkram, congrats.
No, come on. We got to hype it up more than that. The one player who had an opportunity. Crazy. The one player who had an opportunity, and to add insult to injury, Arkram is going to say, hey, I can fall on a launch pad and actually survive. Arkram is taking a victory right now with 463 points, uncatchable, which makes him the DreamHack Open NA West Grand Finals champion. At least this first iteration will have much more to come, and I can't wait to see NA West and all the other regions unfold. Again, a victory lap for Arkram, but don't forget other stories too, Monster. Where's Scented? Where's Epic Whale? Are they actually contesting for third place against Tautai?
Yeah, the feed's lighting up here now. You're seeing Skittles in the thick of it, battling his way up for top 3 slotting here. Arkram, though, on the move, and no, he shuts down the high ground. It's his. And there's no way, right, he takes this last victory too. This might just be possible. He's going for 2 victories in the DreamHack Opens here today, showing his champion form in full now. Let's look. I see P-God still in the running as well, somewhere in the back line. Launch pads are going to come out. Arkram making the targets of anyone who's flying in this airspace. It's his. Bye-bye, P-God. Falls to Arkram as well. No longer in the game here. Jumping over to Skittles' perspective, though. He's on the fight of his life here because he does not have any builds, and the zone's going to favor backwards. He needs to catch Bert here with one nasty pump shot. Can he hit the charge shot?
He almost edited out on him. Skittles, though, gets edited out on Wriggles, and he will make him pay. Arkram's still alive, but so is Scented. So is Epic Whale. All of them down the low ground. Epic Whale just fell. And yes, the shockwave, which has been the bane of Arkram, is going to challenge, but I can't say his name, doesn't have actually enough rockets at the time. Now top 11. Arkram, by the way, just passed 500 points. That is the highest of any grand finals. Oh my goodness, Skittles, who already put in work to stay alive at this point, takes 2 down on low ground. There's Coop, he's got the shockwave. Now he's going up. Arkram has to fight again.
And once again, it's the Shockwave launcher giving him a run for his money, but Skittles with the RPG, a win factor, is going to find himself a nice little frag there. Arkham thrown off the height though as well, so a run for him up on height. Top 6 now remaining in the game. Skittles 281 points, literally playing for top 3 now, making his big strides here. There's a lot of money up in the air for that. Let's not forget, guys, these are some big engagements. Skittles finds another one with the RPG from the low ground, and that's going to connect for his 6th elimination now. Balla. Arkham still battling for height though. Coop shockwaves him out. Oh no!
And one last time, Arkham gets stuck in the zone and he can't launch pad in. Scented goes down in 4th. Potentially a siphon? No. Coop versus Skittles, the final 1v1 of the day. RPG reloaded, still shockwaves up above, so he will be able to challenge at least an RPG to sneak it in potentially. There it is. It connects. Yes. 20 HP now left for Coop. He has to spend time miniing, but the zone is pushing him forward. Final 1v1. Here it is. Coop finally finds the time. Does he have the ammo? He's actually sneaking down on Skittles. This could catch him unawares.
Oh!
What? A self RPG to end DreamHack. No. Okay. Well, in any case, Coop rises up the standings, and so does Scented, so does Skittles. But Arkham is your reigning champion after this one. We got one more break, and after that, we'll digest what just happened. Stay with us. All right, I'm gonna draw again. You guys were terrible last time, so please guess better. That's my one ask. Let's do this. Yeah, there you go. It's 3 red sticks with a little wick coming out of it. If you didn't guess, it's dynamite. An item that we haven't had for a while, and I think, you know, it blew up, caused a lot of chaos. If you didn't play back then, I think you're okay. I don't think you're missing anything. It's perfect. Like, what more could you ask for? This is beautiful. This is a national icon. This is a global icon. This is the one, the only Ninja Tyler Blevins. A masterpiece, if I do say so myself. Ninja, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to draw you like this. This is embarrassing, but you know, for chat, I was right. You guys were wrong. I hope that you guys got this one, because to me, this is an exceptional tank. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger level, running over a car with a tank. Like, that's beautiful. A second time and I got better. I mean, that was amazing. I'm pretty much the new Picasso, but for Fortnite, of course, obviously, just for Fortnite. So make sure you get me in the local art stores. That's where I'm gonna be starting to sell. And yeah, that was that. Bye.
welcome back everyone for the final time this month to the DreamHack Open featuring Fortnite. We're looking at the North American West competition and it's grand finals day and it's all over chat. And without a doubt, Arkrim is your champion, taking a 160 point lead from second place, ending at 509 points. Joining me here, calling all of the action today, it's Bala TW and Monster D Face and Arkrim. Oh my gosh, I'm calling you Arkrim right now. That's all I have in my brain. Bala, let's talk a little bit about Arkrim, as if we haven't been talking about him all day.
Yeah, literally since the very first game. But no, you can call me Arkrim. My name's Arton. It's close enough. I want to be a champion too. Arkrim just pulled back-to-back solos grand finals performances that were out of this world dominant. I mean, look at his FNCS Invitational over the 12 games, over the 2 days. He also put himself that far, that wide of a gap between him and second place. So to do that twice in a row, back to back, that has never been done before. Just straight up, never been done before. So everybody jumping on the Arkrim bandwagon, I think it is well deserved after a performance like that.
Someone that didn't jump on the bandwagon and actually called him out at the start of the show, Monster, you said that this was the player that we had to look out for. What exactly is it about Ark that sets him apart from the rest of the competition?
Yeah, he was on my radar because of the FNCS Invitational, mainly as a solo player. You know, we do these studyings of players, we do these VODs and stuff, and everyone's calling him out for the West scene because he performed. And you saw it. Like I said before, coming in, he didn't have any wins in the FNCS Invitational before. So this one, he one-upped his performance. He stepped it up. He secured the victory in good fashion. So plenty of highlight reels today on behalf of Arkrim. But not only that, his frags were well and beyond what he did in the previous competition as well. So this is a complete step up in the right direction for Arkrim. And finally, thank you, DreamHack, because we got to witness it and watch it all unfold for NA West. So that's what is most important, is that he's already doing this, and now we finally get to see it because of DreamHack.
Yeah, Arkrim definitely a top player here, but we do have a ton of top players, guys. This is 100 of the best North American West players that we have for Fortnite. And let's actually take a look at the top 20 scoreboard there to see who else really shined today. And of course, after Arkrim, you're going to notice FrapPie, they're in second place, but with 345 points, it still blows my mind that he is 160 points behind first place there. And then we have EMAD in third place there, but we all know him as Scented. Fourth place is going to go to Epic Whale, and then fifth place to Skittles, another very consistent player, Bala.
Yeah, and that's the guy who ended up putting it all on the line in the last game and doing it with spectacular fashion. Don't forget, he was way outside of top 10, pushed his way up to fifth, and I gotta say that is definitely fantastic. And there's Midi too, and like we said, Tatai unfortunately falling from third all the way down to seventh. That is a deep dive, unfortunately. Krizux rises, though, because of it, and so does Bumboy.
Yeah, lots of love in chat right now for Krizix. We actually got to interview him yesterday. But in case you guys are just joining us right now and you were unfortunately able to miss all of the amazing action that we had in game number 8, we're going to take a quick look at the highlights from that game. Monster D Face, please take it away.
Yeah, I mean, Bala, dude, this is a crazy set of games, man. I think from start to finish, we saw something spectacular unfold before us. Just kicking it off, I want to say game 1 was something special. We really did get those nostalgic World Cup type vibes. Like everything was on the line. You really felt it in the air today.
Yeah, definitely. And I think people started losing a little bit of focus after game 1, after game 2, and then after game 3. It was like, okay, well, Arkrim is just playing out of his mind. I can't, like, yeah, I'm going to try, but it's so difficult to keep up with somebody who has an average placement of over 7, like under 7. Like that is crazy. And by the way, he broke DreamHack record for best average placement, just barely beating out Stretch, who had 7.25. Arkrim had 6.75, and he was very close to beating Mr. Savage's DreamHack Anaheim record of 4.0 average elims with 3.5.
Still crazy across the board, showing how dominant his performance was today. Like you said, I think overall points, though, he did break that, right? Like he's the record holder now for the most points in under this format, in this setting. So Arkrim killed it today.
Yeah, Arkham killed it, and a bunch of other players killed it too. It wasn't just first player that's walking away with some money. We do have the top 100 taking a little bit of change in their pocket for the grand finals here of North American West, and one of those players in the top 10 is none other than Bumboy. I believe we have him in chat right now. How you doing?
What's up? I'm doing all right. You guys doing good?
Doing good. Your name in our chat right now is Bum, so I'm just gonna call you that, Bum, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So you did finish off the grand finals in 9th place. Let me ask you, going into the next DreamHack Open that we're going to be seeing next month, how exactly are you going to change up your play style so that you can take the first place spot?
Well, like today, I played really bad, but like I was finishing out like end games pretty well, but I was like playing bad overall. And my last game, like I was in 4th, and I just needed to do well my last game, but I pushed some kid and I just like choked because of it. And I got looking back at it, I probably could have avoided him, even though I didn't have a lot of movement going into end game. I probably could have avoided him to get the win, or get top 3 in the tournament, but I didn't do that.
So overall, still happy about what you placed right now, 9th place.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really expect anything because like in solos, like I just like I get annoyed a lot because like it's kind of aggravating to play. But sometimes I don't know. I just kept my composure and like overall finished out like pretty good. But I could have finished better, honestly.
Well, I just wanted to jump in and say I think you did phenomenal. You think about how far you came over the last 3 days. You really pushed the limits. You pushed the envelope. Breaking into the top 10 is no easy feat. Just think about how that's gonna sit with you and allow you to kind of prosper and move forwards. I just have a question. Are you looking forward to trios? Are you looking forward to next FNCS solos? Like, what is it in Bumboy's, kind of horizon? What is it that you're looking to tackle in the Fortnite space?
Right now I'm just working on my individual skill and trying to get really good at solos, but I do want to do really well in trios too. I've already done like well in the daily cups already, but I don't know. I kind of need to find a solid trio and move from there, but I just want to work on my individual skill and focus on solos for now.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, with how you did well today, I'm pretty impressed, and I'm sure a lot of people in chat are as well. Bum, is there anything that you want to say to everyone watching right now? Any shout outs that you want to make?
Not any in particular. Actually, shout out Arkham. He was keeping my vibes up the whole tournament. So yeah, that's also it. That's really good. But shout out Arkham and Tavern. How about that? They're on my call all the time.
Awesome.
Just chilling.
Yeah, Bum, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you next month for the North American West DreamHack Open in August.
All right, thank you. Have a good night, guys.
Hey, man, congrats.
Thanks.
Man, so many of these players, they're just, they're pretty humble. They're pretty chill, especially after coming from 5 hours, 6 hours of incredible Fortnite competition there. Bala, how are you feeling about that interview?
Yeah, man, I'm very happy with everybody we spoke to this weekend, and that was the first time I talked to Bumboy, and definitely somebody that was enjoyable, man. I appreciate everything that he said, encouragement all the way around. I love it. So again, congrats to him.
Yeah, especially with him shouting out Arkham and Tavern as well.
That's funny. I didn't recognize. They're all obviously. NA West is a very tight-knit group of friends. It's late. I'm starting to lose my worries, but a tight-knit group of friends. And Arkham, not only to win, but also being there for Bumboy to push those guys all the way up into the 9th place. That's dope. Yeah, exactly. That's very succinct, Monster. Dope.
Yeah, that's definitely what you want to see here. And although it is getting late, Bala, let's take a quick look at the tournament structure in case you guys are joining us and somehow you missed the last 2 weeks of competition. Well, don't you worry, chat, because I'm here to describe everything that we got to see. Stage 1, of course, is our open qualifiers where we have 2 heats per region, chat. Hundreds of thousands of players. I think we ended up with 400,000, 460,000 some odd players entering our open qualifiers to be the top 250 from their heat. The top 250 from each heat moved on into our semifinals day, which was yesterday, which means that we have the top 500 players from their region duking it out to be the top 100. They had 3 hours to compete and get 10 games finished, and they would get their points through placements and through eliminations, with eliminations being 5 points each. But guys, it's all about the grand finals day. That's where the money is, that's where the competition is, and that's what we saw today. The top 100 players from Saturday would fight in 8 lobbies. That means that what we saw yesterday being stacked, of course, is going to be multiplied even better today. And that is exactly what we got to see. But it definitely was the player Arcrim that was able to beat out the other 99 players, everyone. It has been an incredible 2 weeks launching our DreamHack Open Balla. Before we send it off, and who knows when we're going to see everyone next, is there any closing statements that you want to say?
Yeah, absolutely. These last 2 weekends were fantastic, really. We haven't had anything like that in the Fortnite scene for pretty much a long time, right? And DreamHack to come in and do this is fantastic. And huge shout outs to the production team. It's what? 7:42 a.m. right now. They're up late in Sweden for all of them. So huge shout outs. Yeah, blow the air horns. You guys deserve it. Celebrations all
blow
around.
the horns.
And then another shout out to the community. Like, this was awesome. There was a lot of viewing parties. Ronaldo, Emad, Ozzy, all these guys doing so much work and just bringing the vibes up. So huge thank you to all the fans, everybody who watched. Just an awesome experience.
Yeah, all right back at you guys. We heart you too. Monster Deep Face, anything that you want to say?
Yeah, I want to echo Balla's sentiment here. Absolutely appreciate the DreamHack team bringing it together. This has been awesome to bring the West scene back on top as well. Just kind of showcasing what can happen here. And of course, the Fortnite community being the backbone to all this. We all work hard every day to bring this kind of delivery, and y'all are a core part of it. So thanks for being awesome, guys. And chat was sick, man. Keep it up, y'all.
Oh yeah, no, there was some good copy pasta in chat just a few moments ago, but chat, we really do appreciate you all watching, hanging out, especially all of our players competing. And if you guys wanted to be a part of the DreamHack Open, but for some reason you weren't able to compete this weekend or last weekend, chat, this is gonna be going on every month for Europe, North American East, and North American West. And you can sign up for any region you want. We actually saw Snazy take the top 10 spots in North American and Europe. So guys, please sign up, keep track of everything that's going on with DreamHack Online, because there's going to be more incredible Fortnite competition. But until then, guys, my name is Kelly Link, of course, for Balla TW and Monster D Face. We all appreciate you so much, and we'll see you next time.